Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio. Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing our I saw it on Pinterest make for this week. And I apologize for this being released a little later in the day than it normally is. I normally film it on Wednesday and have it uploaded and ready to go by now, but somehow, which I have yet to discover, I tweaked my back, and so yesterday I spent the day on the heating pad. So I'm a little late with this video, but I am do have it loosened up enough that I can move a little bit. So I'm gonna make a couple of videos today and get caught up. Today I am making a tag that I'm going to use in my winter journal that I've been making some ephemera for. And the tag that I have picked is actually a Christmas gift tag, but I'm going to alter it a little bit to be more appropriate for my winter journal. And the pen is by, comes from Instagram, and it's Flax and Willow. And it's a real cute little tag that has some music paper in the background. And you can see this is on Instagram. So Flax, Flax, and A-N-D, Willow is where this is from. So let's get started. I've got a bunch of stuff here on my desk, and I'm going to move my iPad over to the side so we have more room, and you can see I have lots of goodies. So I'm going to start with making the bases of the tag, and we'll go from there. So I am going to use, I'm going to move all these little pieces over to the side here, and we'll go through those as we get to them. But I'm going to use just a piece of a file folder for the base of my tags. And I've got some old music paper here, and so I'm going to get the center page, I think, so I don't tear it. There we go. And I'm going to make 2 tags out of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by just gluing this whole sheet of music paper down to the file folder, if I can think of words today. So I hope everyone is doing wonderful. Like I said, I tweaked my back. I have no idea how. I think I did it in my sleep somehow. Maybe I was not sleeping in a good position or something, but I woke up yesterday morning and it was just, I couldn't sit up here and do anything much. I think I did make for December, remember, however you say that, and that was about the extent of what I did. I couldn't sit in this chair, so anyway, it is what it is, isn't it? As we get older, it seems like you don't have to do much to really have an ache or a pain somewhere. Alright, so this will fit in the cutter. I'm just going to cut these 2 sheets in half now, and then I can do it, fit it in my trimmer better. So I want my tags, I think, to be about 3 1/4 by 6, which is the standard number 8 tag size. So I'm going to trim the top. Get it a little closer to the music. And then I'm going to go 3 1/4 and 6. And that gives me a nice little piece for something else. So I'll set that to the side. And then we're going to do the same thing on this one. So how are you guys doing on your Christmas shopping? Have you started? Are you done? I've started, but I am not finished yet. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Do I want... Let me cut the 6 first. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna go 3 1/4. Oops. Didn't hold the thing down. Okay. So again, nice little piece to use in something else. Alright, now on the back side, I could leave it like this, but I think I want this coffee dyed paper on the back. So we're going to glue on the back as well. Now if you're going to use these in a situation where you're gluing them down in your journal, like for a tuck or something, there's no need to back it. And if you like the file folder on the back, you know, you can leave it just file folder. No biggie. Okay. Wrap that down nice. Where is my little squeegee? Okay, and I'm just going to trim this with my scissors. Now the paper that I'm using, the sheet music, music paper that I'm using is pretty fragile, so it would not be able to stand on its own anyway. It would tear. So if you have a stronger music paper, then you may not even have to, like if it's music on cardstock or something like that, you probably would not even have to back it with the file holder. But mine's pretty fragile, so. Okay. And then of course we'll save our coffee dyed paper as well. Alright, so now we need to do our corners, and we need to put some hole protectors in there, and or punch our hole and put our hole protector. Hole reinforcer. And ink around some edges. And I did not cut that straight. There we go. Alright, and then we'll poke our hole in the top, preferably in the middle. And you can measure, guys, if you want to get it exact. I'm just eyeballing it, which probably means that it's not in the exact middle. I don't know where that little dot just went. I'm sure it's stuck on me somewhere. My husband laughs when he does the laundry, and yes, he does the laundry. He's wonderful. Because I have little dots on my clothes, and especially on my socks on the bottom from the bottom of my feet, because I very rarely wear shoes. Alright, this is Vintage Photo. Just going to age them up a little bit around the edges. Okay, so there's our two tags. Now, if you can see in the original pin, she's got some like faux greenery here with some sparkly silver berries and a bell, which is really cute, but it makes it really Christmassy. So I'm going to change that up a little bit. I do have some faux greenery that I cut out with a die cut, a Tim Holtz die cut, and I embossed it with Rustic Wilderness embossing glaze, and also a clear glitter embossing glaze. And so that's what I'm going to use for my greenery. And then I have these little mittens that I cut out from a die that I have. That is a Sizzix die, and I had it laying here so I could tell you, here it is. And it's one of these little bitty kits. Let me see if I can read the number on it. I got this at Tuesday Morning, which is not around anymore, so I don't know if you can find this. But the number is 663898. And it has a little mitten, and it also has a little toboggan, and it has this little embossing folder that puts kind of like a knit pattern on stuff. It's really cute. But like I said, I did get it at Tuesday Morning, so I don't know if it's even available anymore. But I cut 2 sets of mittens out, and I did them in 2 different colors, and then alternated how I put them together so I could get 2 different sets of mittens, if that makes sense, because it has 2 pieces. It has the one piece that's just the solid mitten part, and then it has it's actually 3 pieces. The other 2 pieces put the detail. So I just reversed them. And also, one thing to keep in mind, in order to get, it only has 1 die cut, so in order to get a pair of mittens that weren't the same hand, I had to flip one of them upside down, or back, flip it over when I put it together. So if you do get this die, or if you have this die, keep in mind that if you're going to do a set, and you're not using a solid color, you're using like a piece of scrapbook paper or something that has a print on it, then you are going to have to flip one of them. And I thought I flipped that one, but it's the same. Oh, no, I did. I just did it on both sides. Okay, I was about to get worried there for a minute. You'll have to flip one of them upside down in order to get a set of mittens. Otherwise, you're going to have 2 of the same hand. That's what I'm trying to say. I know that was probably, you're probably thinking, duh, but just in case. And then I cut out 2 little snowflakes, which we're going to use in place of the buttons here. I'm going to use those snowflakes. And then for my image, I've got these images that are wintry, but not necessarily Christmassy. Like this couple is skating. This cute little girl or young lady is throwing a snowball, which that one would look really cute. And they are building a snowman. And then I have a deer. So, what do I want to use? I think I definitely want to use her. And then maybe the ice skaters. Okay. So, I'm going to trim around these a little closer. I do want to leave just a little bit of a white edge. Okay. And then for the other one, can I see? No. Alright, so I'm going to do this one on the trimmer because I cannot see that there's a border there, and I want to make sure that I get it straight. So I'm just going to kind of create my own border. Oh, hold the plastic. I do that all the time. And then we'll make it a little longer than wide. Is that gonna work? Yep, I think that'll be fine. And then in the original pen, it looks like she has like some fabric underneath that looks like some kind of linen, I think. But I thought I would use this. Is it going to be wide enough? It may not be wide enough. Not for that one anyway. Let me get my garbage out of the way. But I think it will be for this one. Yeah, for that one it will work. I think it may still need some muslin or something underneath it, because I don't think that's going to be a big enough contrast. So I can cut this so that it's longer, so we can at least see some of it. And then let me look in my little cigar box here and see if I can find something that might work if I, whoops, about lost it. Here's what I want. You can see how organized my little scrap box is. It's just got everything kind of thrown in there. I think this was an old pillowcase. It's got the salvaged edge on it. Let's see if I can tear that. Okay, and then tear that piece. Okay. All right. So if we put this down and then put that down, yep, I think that's gonna work, but she's got a little safety pin. And a little piece of ribbon. I don't know if that's what I want to do. Or if I just want to pin through the picture. I might just want to pin through the picture. Let me get some ink on here so I can see what I'm looking at. I'm thinking I'm going to glue it first. So I'm going to take Fabri-Tac. Put some Fabri-Tac on here. Or 3-in-1 glue. Same thing, basically. I'm going to really smush that down, hoping that I can get it to go through that mesh and hold that all together without having to mess with gluing that mesh. Alright, and then I'm going to take just a small Tim Holtz pen. Get 2 of them while I'm at it. And I'm just going to pin it through here like I pinned the picture to the fabric. Okay, so that's the piece that's going to go there. Alright, now up here at the top, I'm going to put my little greenery and my mittens. And to hold my mittens together, I'm going to take one of these threads, preferably a gray one. This one, I think. And cut it in half, so I have one for each. And then I want to just glue this on the back like that, like it's got, you know, like it's, take the top off my glue, like they're hanging with a little yarn. So I'm just going to glue one side there. I'm going to leave it the full length for now, and then we'll decide if we want to put a knot in it or whatever. Okay, so while that's drying for a minute, let's put our greens on here, and I'm going to use my glitter glue. Give me just 1 second. I left it on my other table. Not only did I leave it on my other table, but I left my pen out of it. So that's probably going to be fun. That's where I was gluing those dies together. My die cutter is on a different table. So that I can stand up and cut dies, because I feel like that works better than trying to do it sitting down. Okay, so let's glue these. And this is just cut out of some green scrapbook paper. And then, like I said, I embossed it with Rustic Wilderness and just a clear glitter embossing powder to get kind of a frosty look to it. Okay. Oops. Kind of dab off the excess glue. All right, and then my little people, my peeps are gonna go right there. All right, so to position the gloves, it's just kind of up to you. I mean, I want to kind of do them like that, I think. So let's kind of tie a knot if we can. Might be easier said than done with this yarn. Yeah, that didn't work at all. Oh my goodness. So fuzzy. There we go. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of dangle those like that. And then I've got one of the DeMolt's little bling pieces to put up there. How do I want to do that? Do I want to do that with a bulb pin, probably? And put it through that hole. Or pin it on the... Is that going to hang the right way? Now, do I want to put it in there? Yeah, that'll work. So I'm going to put that through there. Alright, so I don't know, that kind of blocks all my green stuff. I kind of think I want it over here more. So let's take that off for a minute. And let me get the bottom done and then we'll place this. But that's the idea for that part. Alright, so let's glue this on. Sorry if I was too low there. And I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. And then I'm going to take my cord here. Oh, that is crooked. Okay, much better. And wrap around. And I'm going to leave it a little long so I have room to actually tie a knot. And because of where they're facing, or where they are on the card, I'm going to tie my knot over on this side a little bit. And if you're using the button, of course you would take this and thread it through a button, but you'd have to have one that's got fairly large holes in it, or you can use a smaller string. And then I'm going to put my snowflake wherever those went. Did I knock them in the floor? Probably, because the floor is not my friend right now. Like reaching for things that are in the floor. Here they are. And I'm going to put it right here on top of the picture. And on top of the knot. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, let me get a little clamp to put on that. If I have one, I think this may reach. Nope. 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 May not have one that's going to reach that far. Nope. Nope. Of course not. It's in no man's land. Okay, we're just gonna leave it. Hope that it'll dry here enough in a second to not move. Trim that off just a tad. Okay, now back to the top. I have a piece of just crinkled seam ribbon. Do I want to bow? I think I want to bow. I'm wondering, do I want that color? Do you want that color? Or do you want something? I think I might want something closer to the snowflake color, because I feel like I need something lighter. This is Sari Silk. We'll use that. It's a little lighter. Okay, now, I think that if I pin this onto this, if I can get it in there, these are bulb pins that I got off Amazon, and they're okay, but they do not have sharp points. So if you're putting them in fabric or something, it's kind of a struggle. It's fine if you're putting them in a eyelet or something like that, but if you gotta actually put them in fabric, there we go. So there's one. And I think that's pretty cute. So let's do the other one real quick, and hopefully it'll go faster now that we've figured out what we're doing. So here's our fabric. And here's our little meshy stuff. And we need to ink around our image. Especially on this one, since it doesn't have any kind of border. All right, Fabri-Tac. And you could adapt this for any season if you think about it, because you could just change your image and change your greenery. And you'd be all set. You could do a spring springy looking flower. It's hard to find things I think after Christmas to get you through the rest of the winter because, oops, I forgot to put my pen in there, because everything that you find, for the most part, I won't say everything, that's not true, but for the most part is very Christmassy when it comes to, you know, things in the winter. And there's a lot of winter left after Christmas. I know most of our winter actually occurs after Christmas. So, I mean, we were just, you know, December 1st, it was 60 degrees here. So, our coldest time is usually January, February, even into March. Okay, and this one I will do over to this other side, so my snowflake is not covering too much of the image again. Oops, I keep dragging all that over here. I've been working on some little scrappy looking things for the grungy journal, and I've got a little pile of just like different little pieces of grungy scrap over on the side, and I keep dragging it over here with my scissors, and that's probably not gonna stick with art glitter glue. I'm probably gonna have to put a little piece of a little dab of 3-in-1 on there. Okay. All right, so now let's put our greens on. And thank goodness for art glitter glue and this little metal tip when you're doing stuff like this, right? Okay, and there's that one. Cut that little edge off. Now we need to put our gloves together. And I have no idea where that other half of that piece of yarn went. So one thing about crafting in the wintertime when you're wearing long sleeves, I don't know about you guys, but I drag everything into the floor with the sleeves. I do not see that anywhere. So we're going to cut another piece. Oh, there it is. See? Stuck to my sweatshirt. Should have been the first place I looked. Alright, so let's do the same thing we did last time. You could also cut these again if you wanted to and cover up the string if you wanted it, you know, to be sandwiched in between and have a nicer finished look on the back. Alright, so this time, do I want to use this? No, I'd really still like to use the lighter. See if I get lucky and find another piece of that in my little scrap box, because it's normally not where I keep my... Sorry, soap, that was just a little short piece that just happened to be in here. And there's not going to be another one. Looky, looky. Alright, I don't know that that one's long enough to make a bow out of. But I could just tie it in a bow. Let's see. Would be if I found a little piece to go in the middle. Okay. One more piece, one more piece. Sorry, that's what happens when you think you know what you want and then you change your mind. There we go. I think I can get that one through there. Okay, and we need our bulb pin. tie my knot. My yarn, maybe. There we go. So I want the little rhinestone to go in there first. This would look cute with like snowflake charms, or maybe like a blue, some kind of icy blue stone would look cute. Okay, and then up through here. And there is that one. Cute, cute. Smushed my snowflake. The snowflakes are cut out of scrapbook paper. That was just kind of a neutral color and then embossed. But they're still, I mean, they're good and stiff, but they could probably be a little stiffer. Wouldn't hurt it. So there are our two little makes for today, and I think I ended up still putting those on upside down, so I'll have to fix those. But there we go. Our two little cards for or tags for our winter journal. I think those are really cute. Now, I don't know if I'll use both of them in the same journal. Probably not, because they're too similar, you know, to use in the same journal. But I think they're really cute, and I do think that they would make adorable gift tags if you did do the more traditional Christmas look like she has. So again, it is Flax and Willow. Looks like it was last year when she posted this. So I have no idea if she still is making things, but hopefully she is, because she's very talented and these are very beautiful, and I appreciate the inspiration very much. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Let me know what you think, and if you do try this or something similar, please tag me so that I can see what you're doing. I like to see everybody's makes and what they come up with. So that's it for today, guys, and I'll be back tomorrow for 50 Stack Challenge 3. Until then, everybody have a good evening. Bye.